these initiatives to fruition for the benefit of all Liberians. Fellow compatriots, rumors and misinformation have played a large part in our politics over the last 6 years. It is my hope we as a country will overcome this challenge over the next 6 years. To begin this, we must start with the facts of the transition. I must report to you that we are leaving behind a better economy than we inherited. Today, President-elect Joseph Nima Bouaka will inherit a stronger economy than I inherited. There is a bigger net international reserve position than was handed me in 2018. I inherited 94,999,000 United States dollars in net international reserves. And I am handing over to the next administration a net international reserve position of 222,700,000 United States dollars. This is 136% increase in the net international reserve position. The total cash balance in the government's consolidated account is United States $40,044,365.90. In 2018, my government inherited a consolidated cash position of $7 million United States dollars. The next administration thus has more resources to deal with emergency macroeconomic challenges than my administration had at its disposal in 2018. My fellow citizens, through our time together, I held still fast to two cornerstones of leadership: keeping the peace and upholding the democratic process and the root of our democratic journey. I am immensely proud that during my tenure, Liberia remained at peace with itself and at peace with its neighbor. Our armed forces, the force of good, were never turned against our own people, and the standard actions were confined to international peacekeeping mission under the United Nations. This peace, sustained by our own domestic resources, is a testament to the maturity and strength of our nation. We protected the inalienable rights of every Liberian citizen as enshrined in our Constitution. Freedom of speech, assembly, and expression were not only preserved, but celebrated. There were no political prisoners or prisoners of conscience during my entire term, a testament to the development of strong democratic institutions that are now not only hailed as competent and professional, but as trusted and credible. Liberia is now regarded as a pillar of democracy. This was only made possible through our various collaborative efforts. I want to thank all Liberians, regardless of your political affiliation, for staying the course and helping build a stronger and more vibrant nation. As I step aside as President of Liberia, I will remain actively engaged with the politics of the country as standard bearer and political leader of the Coalition for Democratic Change, the CDC, in order to ensure the continuation of our strong and vibrant democracy. I therefore urge you, my fellow citizens, to continue to be law-abiding and seek peaceful means to resolve differences, embrace tolerance and dialogue. Let us love one another and come together as one people, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let us remember the strength of our unity, the resilience of our democracy, and the hope that lies in the future of Liberia. As we welcome a new era, let us move forward hands in hand with a shared commitment to building a united nation that will continue to strive on observing the tenets of democracy and adhering to the rule of law. May God bless you all, and may God continue to bless the Republic of Liberia.
Those who go to speech, in liberation, everybody happy. We are rejoicing over the defeat of the old regime. We are rejoicing about our effort to bring a new regime. Then we'll sit down with happiness. We go write paper for that 79-year-old man. He's struggling to read. Then you go there, I will tell you that nation, I will tell US, I will bring one for here. Because you think one for I'm Johnson. I will tell the woman of reading, when you got to the
when you elect a clown and you think that he will be a king, what he does is to convert the kingdom into a circus. This is what we must deal with, and this is what we must say. Who do we elect into our public offices? Because, as I've said before, when you allow hyenas to take care of goats, why should you be surprised when the goats are eaten? This is the same. And Africa is only going to realize our potential in all areas when, by dint of choice, we enable and allow our best men and women to serve in different areas. I've heard it being said about Lee Kuan Yew in Singapore. I've heard it being suggested about Mahathir Mohamad in Malaysia. I've heard it being said about Japan. I've heard it being said about other countries, but there was a conscious decision on the part of those individuals and the followership. We always talk about leaders, but we never talk about the followers. The followers must also style up. Africans on average are for some reason attracted to thieves. Africans are for some reason attracted to men and women who cannot serve her. And when they are not served, then they complain. When Africans are told, choose you now whom we shall release, Jesus of Nazareth or Barabbas, they say, release Barabbas. And when Barabbas behaves like Barabbas, they say, why are you not behaving like Christ? It cannot be done.
In May of 2001, signed a second of two executive orders, number 13213, Defense Exhibit D310, in which it was stated, and I quote, the government of Liberia's complicity in the RUF's illicit trade in diamonds and its other forms of support for the RUF are direct challenges to the United States foreign policy objectives in the region, as well as the rule-based international order that is critical to the peace and prosperity of the United States. Therefore, I find these actions by the government of Liberia contribute to the unusual and extraordinary threat to the foreign policy of the United States described in Executive Order 13194, with respect to which the President declared a national emergency. This executive order did not say the alleged complicity, it concluded the complicity. The conspiracy was born, all systems put into motion, and here I stand today. I never stood a chance. This is the broader contextual matrix that regrettably did not and still has not seen the light by the defense to unearth and reveal the contextual framework behind the charges against me. Now, with the two executive orders, the dogs were let out, so to speak. What followed was a dispatch of the attack pack led by lieutenants, resolute and unyielding in their fidelity to those agreements in the face of such unrelenting and punishing pressure from powerful Western leaders.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your. Come on, come on, come on. I know y'all sleeping now. Y'all gotta wake up small, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people who us, the people lots of us, the government betray us. So much. I said, the people who are so, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal.
Yes, that's why some of us believe that democracy is a pillow that should be used, or democracy should be used as a pillow to drive growth. We can use democracy to kill the values of our people, push them into poverty, abuse their rights, deny their education, chastise the youth and call them all sorts of names when they ask you or demand education. And we call it the use of power or the exercise of power and influence. And that's wrong. And let me say a very, very pleasant good evening to all of you across the country. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to those of you in the diaspora. our friends, our fans, our followers, our critics, and even those of you who do not like the things we say and the way we say them. It's good to have all of you joining us tonight on the Thursday's edition of the show. This is Hard Talk on Freedom FM 87.9. My name is Austin Kawa. A lot to talk about tonight.
You see the reason why we ask why the government betrayed.
You know, we don't normally or usually have guests in our studios due to the time of the show. So when you see guests here, it means it is important, it is urgent. And so tonight we'll talk to students, leaders from the Kidman University Student Union, Kamusu for short, the president, Lawrence Gray, along with the scholarship chair for the political yen. They all will join us tonight as we talk Kidman issue. They have some concerns that we have to address as a county, and we'll call them here tonight to engage on the issues at the national level. And so they will be here at 9 o'clock tonight. And we drive them straight up to 10 o'clock at the end of the show. But before we talk to those two young students from Grand Kidman County, there are other issues that we need to talk about. We're hearing news that a member of the Supreme Court bench is to tender a... Should I put the gender there? To tender in her resignation. You use us and later on abuse us. So why? There are a lot of issues happening with the justice system that she's displeased with, and nothing seems to be working, and nothing seems to be changing. And we're told that she's tired, she's fed up, and she's quitting. The legislature continues to remain a mess, a complete mess, a mess that nobody in Liberia can depend on, can trust for any form of change. We'll talk about them tonight. We have an appalling video of the rape victim. The little kid who was sodomized, allegedly sodomized, allegedly sodomized. We hear him narrating his story. Yeah. God have mercy. So yes, we have a video recording we're going to play tonight on the show, and we will continue to play those video recordings. Nobody in Liberia got that recording. I'm playing it on the show tonight. We also have other issues to talk about tonight. Too many things to talk about. Yes, shortly we'll take a break from our sponsor, Crime Stopper Liberia of Omen Zion. After that break, we go to our Facebook Live feed to welcome all of you joining us on the show tonight. We beg you, we will not entertain your calls tonight before the show because we will not have the luxury of time to address or exhaust all of the issues. So we will wait. All of you will wait for the call-in segment of the show, which will be the same 15 minutes. And then we just blend all of our issues or our concerns together and flag them on the show tonight. One of our ardent followers is getting married pretty soon, and he has an appeal or a request to make. Don't worry, they're not financial appeal, they're not financial request. So we will talk to him tonight. Let's take this break from our sponsor, Crime Stopper Liberia.
Hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sanya, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sanya.
Thank you very much, Old Man Sam Sanya. Thank you. Let's welcome some of you tonight. Let's recognize some of you tonight. Following us on the show, beginning with Chris Tupa has joined us from Bon County, Mawata Belete. Saturday Wudule is joining us tonight from Atlanta, Georgia. Stephen Yakadi is following the show tonight from Magibi County. Venetius Junior Bar has joined us. Fazari Pekin Sheton is following the show tonight from where somewhere. Venetius is in Nukutan. William W. Wudu is joining us tonight. Arvin Sompon has joined us. Henry Toll from Nima is following the show. JNB Son has joined us tonight. James Lamy is joining the show. Yeah, good evening to you, JNB Son. How you doing? Hope you're okay. James Lamy, welcome to the show. Ambassador Joel Cooper II from Barnesville Estate. Dubon Hill is joining us via YouTube. And Kemonka Mohammed is joining tonight from Man District 17. Albert Swa has joined us tonight from Jarastan. Aliyu Kamara, Commissioner Lopo, the belated birthday man. Good to have you join us tonight, Lopo. Happy belated birthday to you. Sastan TV, thank you for always doing what you do for us. They read our show, they share our show. You're doing a great job for us. We appreciate. Paul Jasper, thank you for joining the show tonight. Paul, nobody talking Kante Meet on air. I've been telling you, you see, yeah. Anthony Flomo, Kante Meet on the show is hereby suspended. Kante Meet discussion on this show is hereby suspended until March, period. Limun Chairman is joining us tonight. Inform Liberia today is watching from Toronto in Canada. Jeremiah Tupa has joined us tonight. Abu Bakr Sharif, another man who give me heart and okay, my baby. Chairman, okay, I think we recognize you. Kelvin Beach is joining the show tonight. Stephen Farah, Emmanuel Jansen, Zeke Power Jr., all of you, thank you for joining the show. I say no Kante Meet discussion on the show tonight. As far as I'm concerned, nothing happened yesterday. Kante Meet did not. I don't know what to call Kante Meet. I don't even know what you call Kante Meet. So that you'll be discussing your Kante Meet on the live. Me, you're not get Kante Meet discussion. And all of you from Great Crew, already I won't support you. If you don't behave yourself, I will not support Great Crew. Hayaka. You don't behave yourself. I will not support Great Crew. So far, I've not seen any latest news from Uganda. I don't know what's happening. Even the BBC, the only thing that is on the BBC is 5 hours ago. 5 hours ago, the BBC posted on her Facebook page that the chairperson of Uganda's Electoral Commission has announced a 1 hour extension of polling hours to 5 p.m. local time following machine malfunctions and other logistical challenges that caused delays at the start of voting. Only voters who will be present at the lamps at those respective polling stations at the close of 5 p.m. shall be allowed to vote, said Justice Babakama Simeon, the chairperson of the Electoral Commission. Okay, but I know today we saw a lot of videos pulling out from Uganda, suggesting protests, violence, and all of that. There are complaints of internet shutdown, media access restriction, all of that to put in places, and so a lot of things taking place, but we've not seen anything official or update from the BBC, CNN, major international news outlet with two are also experiencing restriction in providing coverage of the electoral activities there in Uganda. Earlier on, we heard and we also read the BBC also reported that an aide to President Museveni had announced that even if Bobby Wine wins the election, the Electoral Commission will not announce him or declare him winner. The Electoral Commission, I read a statement also, they came out and said and said that the Electoral Commission will announce the winner of the election within 48 hours in keeping with the electoral laws. Meaning, he said anybody who wins the election will be declared winner by the Electoral Commission within 48 hours. He said he's not going to delay the pronouncement of the election results or the returns from the election. So within 48 hours, he could announce the result within after 5 hours, after 10 hours, after 15 hours, after 18 hours. But the law says within 48 hours, 1 minute past, 1 second past 48 hours, it will be in violation of the electoral law. So he said, "Didio, waiting you, now I'm announcing the election results within 48 hours." Let's pray for our brothers and sisters in Uganda. It is Thursday. I'm receiving just received another video from a colleague in Uganda. I have to audition it before playing. I don't know whether it's in English or their local language. So yeah, when I go for my breakaway, I will audition it and see whether it's in the local language. Then I can play it because I don't understand what they're playing. You see, but it's tense. There. When I'm probably see what you're putting. I mean, I get enough time to talk under me, but I got guests here tonight, and then we have other issues. So, Senator Edwin Snow has announced that he's going to deliver his annual report to the people of Bomi. I was trying to talk to him. I have not seen any date set on the flyer that is being circulated. And there's a serious debate now in Bomi. They're saying since he took over as a senator in 2020, this is his first time he's going to report to the people of Bomi County. Senator Edwin Snow, Mervyn Snow Jr. annual report 2025, no date on it. But anyway, we'll get that. I'll talk to him after the show and to get details about his annual report. Maybe I should. Yeah, I'll do that. So that's it. So people can say it's better late than never. It's better you have a report to know what your lawmaker has done in 3 years than to have nothing at all. You know, yeah, we can chastise him or criticize him for delaying the report, but I mean, it's better to have something than to have other counties are not even thinking. Other county senators are not even thinking about submitting report to them. Other district representatives are not even considering doing a report to their constituents. At least he has been able to compile reports for 3 years and is going to present those reports to his constituents. That's good for me. That's better. That's even better, than having nothing. So yeah. Where do we start from? Okay, I'll start from here. I'll play this recording. I'll start from here. Having someone know I'm not posting the video yet because I can't post the video. I have to do some work on the video I have to do some work on the video before posting. I will play it. Yeah, I'll do small work on it, but I'll play the video to know. I'll play the video. I will play the video. So a lot has been said about this whole U.S. visa, immigrant visa suspension, because it's not canceled. It is suspended, and I'm told for a period of a year. But this is what was posted on the Department of State website. They said, and this seems like a clarity to, They said the U.S. government is pausing. The U.S. government, these people there are some diplomatic languages that they will use, for the sake of cordiality between sisterly or friendly nations and things of those affected. So they have to use some diplomatic wordings. So they said the U.S. government is pausing immigrant visas for nationals of over 70 countries to ensure that immigrants are financially self-sufficient and do not become a burden to American taxpayers. The Department of State cited concerns that immigrants from these high-risk countries could rely on welfare or public assistance begging. Yeah, that's what they call it, public assistance begging. Bro, baby, hey, show nothing happened to do. Can I have in America and say, excuse me, can I have a dollar? Excuse me, can I have a dollar? Excuse me, do you have some change? Yeah. Excuse me, do you have a change? So America saying no, we don't want to kind of put your country. We want it. We don't want it. Yeah, you must work here and earn your money. So they said. So that's what we call public assistance, prompting a full review of policies and regulations to prevent such outcomes. The decision is framed as a measure to protect U.S. taxpayers, uphold the integrity of the immigration system, and enforce existing public charge rules. So basically, in summary, they're saying, hey, all of you who have played the DV, those of you who are playing, and those of you who want to play, your whole program, a pause. That's what they say in summary, and to be more simplistic to your understanding, especially of the ordinary people. Those of you who have played the DV, those of you who want to play, and those of you who are playing, they say your whole visa program, because that visa program is a welfare program. The whole DV Benin, the DV program, that welfare program, that charity program. People live from here, poor families, people who do not have anything. First thing you go into the country, you don't have a job. You do not have a job already waiting for you in America. No. You do not have an automatic status in America when you win a DV. You have to go there. It takes time before you are fully or completely integrated into the society. That time it takes you to process everything. You don't have a job, but you have to eat. The kids have to go to school. If you have children, they have to go to school. Who pays for all these things? You need shelter. Who pays for all of that? When you have shelter, your water bill, current bill, everything in the house, electricity, internet bill, everything you have to pay for them. So who pays for those services on your DV program when you enter America? No money, the state pays for them. So America is saying, hey, we are spending billions on this charity program or this DV thing. We are pausing it for 70 countries. We're not accepting, we're not admitting anybody from those 70 countries into America now, for now. So those of you who play the DV and won the DV, the people say you're wait. They say your veto or your win is canceled. They say you should wait. They say wait. You're in your money, you're poor. You're poor, you're not your money. Oh, bring your year. Imagine imagine 200,000, or let's say 100,000 human beings Them they reduce it to 30,000. Let's say 30,000 human beings enter America. Those 30,000 human beings, they're giving them shelters. The state is responsible to give them shelters. The state is responsible to feed them, and they're not feeding them one time. The regular meal. They're responsible to shelter them, to feed them, their electricity bill, their water bill, their internet bill. The state will provide those services until they can get finally integrated into the American society. Then they can get a job to start working and paying their bills. And that has been, according to the U.S., that has been a financial burden on the U.S. government, and the U.S. government under Trump is no longer willing to shoulder those burdens or those responsibilities anymore. Because they say they're no longer willing to shoulder those responsibilities, they say, hey, you're wait. When we review the program, since you already won, we'll suspend it. Put it on pause. Your hustle. You get more than the hustle. When you get money, when you're financially okay, then we'll start bringing you. We'll start allowing you in. But we're not bringing you here with no money in your pocket. No. We're not coming here free food, free water, free current. No. Now, the other side of it that I know many persons are talking about is probably I like to see the political side of it. You know, because for me, I'm concerned about Liberia being on the list. I don't know. But I mean, it's so it is crazy to say Liberia first day we are branded as a highly risked country. Highly risked in which context? In the context that one, Liberia is on the list of nationals that could potentially commit crime, fraud, the poor, not willing to work. So they become liabilities to the state, to the US. So the US say, no, we're not ready for the people now. We ain't ready for the people now. See the US welfare program statistics that they release, Liberia is around 68%. This is 68% of Liberians living in the US are living on welfare. Free food. They're not working. You didn't see that alone? So from the day the US government issued that statistics, I knew something was coming up for Liberia. But our government did not take it serious. Our government can wait. You see, this is why people can get political in certain things. Because we have to be proactive in our diplomatic engagements. And this goes to my own woman, Sarah Yanti. We have to be, at times, we have to strike before the shots are taken at us. That was an early warning. That was a signal from the US. From the day the US included Liberia name on that list, published that thing, that data that shows countries that have their nationals living on welfare program with the highest rate. Liberia at 68%. How can you have 68% of Liberians, 68 or 48%? I hope I'm not getting it wrong, but it's around there. I know I have 68% of Liberians living in America on welfare program. That was a warning. That was an early warning. That was a red flag. At that point, our foreign ministry should have begun a negotiation or an intervention, start making an intervention. Because our country is already familiar with the Trump policy. You know that was a risk. You know that was an attack. But it came as a warning to us. You already have eyes in America fighting to deport illegal immigrants and all of that. Then you have your citizens living in the people country. 68% of them are living on free food. They don't want to work. I mean, that was a red flag. Now, why should we have negotiated or begun negotiating? Look, we celebrated Liberia being a non-permanent member to the Security Council, right? We can't be treated as an ordinary country anymore diplomatically. We can be. Because our country has celebrated. Our people told us that Liberia is now at the global stage. Liberia is now on par when it comes to the diplomacy. Diplomacy. We were not the honor door anymore. We were not the country that is being bullied anymore. The fact that we won a seat to the UN Security Council. We were not an honor door. Those were some of the descriptions that were given to Liberia by our government officials. It means we can't be treated as an ordinary country anymore. A country that is a member to the Security Council. Mr. Braga went to the US, held a meeting with President Braga, with President Trump. Yes, he was praised for his English, which I don't like to mention anyway, but I have to do so. It means, and our leaders here came back and celebrated that as a recognition, as a global recognition of quality, of our quality, or the quality that Liberia brings to international leadership, to global leadership. They say all of these things. The fact that the most powerful president in the world singled out our president and praised his English, the quality of his English. Our leaders, including our information minister, interpretation was that, hey, that was a global recognition of our qualities. Liberia was up there, rubbing shoulders, muscles, flexing muscles with world leaders, influential world leaders, that they were recognizing our quality, our potential. How come after doing all of those things, after saying all of those things, today we are being considered as a highly risked country? Hey, folks, something is not right here. There's an irony here. There is an irony here. America, people say America. I don't like to go into that whole partner thing. America is our traditional partner. No, I don't like to go into it. If we want America to see us as their traditional partner, we must do what is right. We have done a lot of things in this country. Our leaders, in fact, have done a lot of things in this country that are showing to the Americans and other international partners that this country does not have plenty serious people. We break our laws. We breach our laws. We justify our violation of our laws, and we celebrate those who are violating our laws. Do you think America will see you as a serious country? Now they put you a more high-risk country than you vex. Why do you think you should not be placed amongst high-risk country? Our government has not written one diplomatic note expressing Liberia's concern about the status of their citizens in the people country. Do you think the people will take you serious? Liberia has not written one diplomatic note to the U.S. embassy yet since the U.S. government published a list of countries whose nationals were living on welfare. As a serious country that understands diplomacy, they would have engaged the U.S. embassy near Monrovia, expressing concern about the statistics released on their nationals that are living. Make some inquiries. Do you have a directory? Can you furnish us with additional information, probably of these citizens? It's important that we get to know them, we get to interact with them, you address us about further action that you intend to take. You can tell me America, or tell you, we can share this information with you, because the fact that you have reached out to them, expressing interest or concern, that you are concerned about this, and you have to be convincing. You have to be convincing. If Donald Trump or the U.S. is aware, the Secretary of State is aware that Liberia is the only country that wrote them officially, expressing concern and pledging their support to work with them to ensure that that is solved, or that problem is that those found in the habit of breaching American laws are reprimanded, they will definitely sit on the table to hear you, to negotiate with you. That's diplomacy. The people cannot release something about your country and you say that you fold your hands. They release something about you, a damning report about your citizens living in a country. You sit down and fold your hands and you do nothing. When they come off their list, then you start running all around. Nobody will listen to you. Ghana reached out. Ghana responded. Kenya reached out. Kenya responded. Nigeria reached out. Nigeria responded. How come Liberia sat down and did not do anything? They didn't say anything. Now your name is blacklisted. Your country is blacklisted. That's not progress. That's not good. 70 countries in the world. Your country name is there. For the wrong reason. For the wrong reason. And you get information minister sitting here opening a mouth wide and insulting other people, insulting his friends here, when they should be concerned about repairing our diplomatic damages. The reputation of our country. How come our leaders don't care about the reputation of our country? Do you think that's a joke? That's a blacklist. Your country has been blacklisted and described as a highly risk place. Yeah, describe your national as a high. If your entire country say it's highly risk because they're living from here and going to America. We were supposed to engage. We were supposed to engage. And I still don't think it is late to engage. You can be a country and you are not engaging diplomatically. You just sit down, allowing your counterparts to come to you to negotiate with you or to engage you, and you are not taking any step to engage. So when you're friends in diplomatic engagement, what do you think you're doing? Or you just sitting folding your hands? People should be coming to you. You're the fine girl in the city. Everybody should come to you. You can reach out. Even when you hear news, bad news about your citizens living in a people country, you still did not reach out. If I was Joseph Boakai, I will recall the Liberian ambassador to the US. I'm telling you. If I were Boakai, I will recall the ambassador to the US. This is a shame to our country's reputation. It's a shame. It's an own goal. You just celebrated being a member, winning a seat at the UN Security Council. This news should not be associated with a country that has a seat at that level. This kind of terrible news should not be associated with a country that has a seat at the United Nations Security Council. It's a shame, a big embarrassment. It is a disgrace. Your citizens and living in the people country eating free food. You cannot even negotiate with the US government to solve that problem. Then you dare put send Louis Brown to go put him more in the people decision to talk in Venezuela. Just disjointed things we're doing. You have issues to settle, welfare issues to resolve with your citizens residing in the people's country. Instead of basing yourself to negotiate diplomatically or to engage diplomatically and resolve those issues, you put your more in the people's domestic affairs. When America takes a decision, that is her domestic affairs. When the US takes a decision, that is her domestic affair. Then we're raising sovereignty issue. How you be raising sovereignty issue Then America will take your own decision that is her sovereign. Then you say you raise, then you say you get issue with. I mean, I don't get it. You are more concerned about the decision that America takes in other countries than you seeking the welfare of your citizens. Imagine you as a parent, you are sitting down and you're hearing in the community that I remember most of the children that here they can get EU. What comes to your mind? That people in the community are telling you that remember Mr. Piba, most of the children that here they can get EU. No food to the hall, they can eat to the hall. That will be embarrassing to you. It will be disgraceful to you. But it should be consumed. That people in the community have noticed now that my children are eating down there. Why most of my children will be eating down there? These are things parents should be concerned about. The well-being of your children. Liberian officials are not concerned about the well-being of our citizens. See, other countries are concerned about the well-being of their citizens. They want the Ghana issue a statement against the US. About a Ghanaian that was seen in a video being harassed by US citizens. If I say he deported him, Ghana say if one Ghanaian is mistreated or ill-treated and deported, they will deport Americans from their country. Because we have to protect the right and the integrity of foreign nationals in our country. You too must do it. I mean, no one talking about you don't prosecute people who violate your laws. No. But your government will have balls to be able to engage diplomatically. Because your interest is to protect citizens. Why do you think you have ambassador representing your country to the US? To be eating chicken and drinking wine? That's why you have ambassador to the US? Why do you have a whole mission in the US? Why do you have a whole mission there? That to be begging American people for scholarship? Or to be seeking the welfare of your citizens? To make sure that they are doing well in America. America is a land of opportunity. When you go down there, your citizens in that country, you should have a whole directory of all Liberians living or residing in America. Place them into category. Those with permanent residents, those with non-permanent residents, those with those on student stay or what. Place them into category and get their full detail where they live, everything. The US Liberian embassy in the US, they don't have that directory. We've asked, they don't have it. We don't even know how many Liberian government asked Joseph Brother of Syria Yanti, say, how many Liberians living in America? Syria Yanti doesn't know how many Liberians living in America. The entire foreign ministry, they mean not personal last because she's not the ministry. The entire foreign ministry does not know how many Liberians living in America. I bet the entire ministry. How you have a ministry, you have a mission, and you don't even know how many of your citizens living in America or living in another country. You have embassy in all these countries. Call foreign ministry, say, how many Liberians living in France? How many Liberians living in America? How many Liberians living in Australia? How many Liberians living in Ghana? They will not know. They don't know. They don't know. So how do you even seek the welfare of those people when you do not even have any connection to them? You do not even have any information about their well-being, what kind of work they do in America. You know what? When Ghana was developing a directory of their citizens living in foreign lands, one thing I remember, I think it was John Mahama, when he was president, he said the reason why they want to know, it's important that Ghana knows how many of the citizens living in foreign lands and the quality of the jobs that they do. He said because based on that, the Ghanaian government will inform the Ghanaian government on the kind of engagement to do with the citizens. There are Ghanaians or let's say Liberians living in other countries that have money, they're doing well. They need assurance They need to feel at home. They need to be pampered. They need to be motivated. They need to be encouraged to come back home and invest here, or they have to develop their hometown. So if you know how many Liberians living in America or Ghana or somewhere, and the kind of job they're doing, look, encourage the people, my man. The kind of job you're doing, the kind of money you're making, we'll give you land here in the city. Can't pay any, you won't pay here. We'll give you land free. That when as I speak to you, that's what Ghana is doing. Ghana, the Ghanaian government will come here, you can develop the land. They will buy the land from you and own the land. As soon as you say Shaggy or Beyonce rules in Africa, they engage in Australia. They will invite to a concert in Ghana, power around the different tourists inside, all of that, pass around, boom, they issue her a D1 acre land. They're there. You think Beyonce, you get Beyonce land in Ghana, she will not invest. Obviously, she will invest. That's how you see Ghana is developing in terms of infrastructure. Because they are engaging their citizens outside. And what we do is say there, we just work close. Liberian manager like close. We just work close. Oh yeah, they may is the honor secretary at the Liberian embassy in New York. They may is the honor secretary at the Liberian embassy in Washington. They may is the this at this place. That's all we want. What are we doing there? What kind of work we doing there? How are we engaging Liberians in the US? How are we engaging Liberians in Canada? What are we doing for them? Do they know us? What environment have we created at our embassy for them to feel comfortable to come there and make some declaration to us? Liberians have issues in America or other countries. They don't even consider going to their embassy. They don't consider going to their embassy. When that's the reason why you should be there. Not only to engage foreign countries, but to seek the welfare of your citizens. I see some people want to be chastising America and blasting America and criticizing America. Yeah, long time to do. You better cancel that, run the country here and develop our country, manage our resources properly, go on, carry on a sound negotiation for our sound negotiation to outsource or at least our natural resources and make millions in this country. And ensure that the millions we generate from these concession agreements we give out to people, to foreign companies, benefit the people. How can we pressure our government? This brings in the legislature. The legislature, Mitasti is about to give 200 million just as signature bonus to the government. The legislature, the agreement is before the legislature. Already, members in the house are already fighting amongst themselves. How do we sit down to even read the concession agreements and see if you can read or you don't understand the agreement? Pay man. We are consultants here. Can want your office? Find it on your phone. 1,000 now. Call somebody who knows about it. Somebody, I beg you. You are versed in this area. Please, mommy, I get mad. I'll give you 1,000 now. I want you to read this concession agreement and advise me. Do a professional, at least 4-page. Your observation, your quarrels you have with this MDA. Do everything and put it in and give it to me. Let me make an informed decision on this Mitasti MDA, on this China U MDA, on this Hammerbread MDA, on this B Martin. These are things our lawmakers should be doing. Some of them don't even have copies. They don't even request. They will take the copies of these MDAs to their offices. They don't even read. They can't even catch it. How do they know what's in the agreement? How do they advocate for the welfare or an improved agreement on behalf of Liberians when they don't know what's in the agreement? They don't even. One lawmaker says, "What's in there for all? What's in there for us?" Lawmaker will ask, "What's in there for us?" What do people say? Oh, what the men say? That money, oh. The men won't read the agreement. He won't know what in the men say. So when they say, what is behind the agreement? So what is behind now? Et qui alone? Oh, my man, think him alone, eh? Okay. Hey, keep alone. We'll see. Yeah, put it down. They don't read these agreements. My own account, I sorry for my own account. Because all along because I'm so mess. So I sorry for my own account. Look at B Martin. 32 million, at least 32 million every month leave that country just from what you call the place? Oh, King John. I'm not talking about the other gold mountain, the other gold mine. I'm saying just King John. Just King John. We told that over $32 million leave that place every month. 32 million worth of gold leave that place every month. King John, only King John. See how much money leaving Great Cape Mount County. And see the students here today. When you get to know what these students are here to learn for, you will feel bad. That Great Cape Mount County students will be crying, pressuring the lawmakers for $25,000 to pay student school fees. To pay student school fees. But what big money, get big money there. Operating and paying social responsibility, corporate responsibility money to the country. Besides that, they are paying money for education, for scholarship, for the students in the country. But the students have to protest for $75,000, for $25,000. How cruel, irresponsible, careless, and reckless can we be to our country? How? And some of you get vexed, literally, they can talk to people anyway, they can talk to people anyway. How don't you expect us to talk to you anyway when you're not behaving responsible? Behave responsible and see what else will blast at you. I say every day, we don't have any personal issue against anybody in government. No, we don't have any personal issue. Just do what is right so we can grow our private sector. That when people leaving university, young university graduates can be looking for a job. Let me tell you one thing. I'm feeling so happy right now that I'm seeing government ministries, government entities, few of them publishing job vacancies. You know what? I'm not feeling happy because they are just publishing the job vacancies. I'm concerned that Liberians, young graduates, can have an opportunity to go and compete in the job market. But we don't need government jobs being advertised only. We need to build a strong private sector that will create jobs for Liberians, that they will need not to go start chasing government jobs and being harassed and sexually abused or assaulted before they get the job. Look, when you do a survey of Liberian girls or women that are sexually harassed every day in government offices, there will be no female working in government. I'm telling you, we receive complaints about that every day. I know a story of a lady who was in government, and there were some recommendations made about, I think 10 persons were recommended to her to hire them. Of the 10 persons, 7 persons were males and 3 were females. And it was a raw thing there. Yeah. The men who let woman be there, the men who let woman be there all over the time you are not married. Yeah. They didn't raw. Yeah, they call me. Austin, why are you? I'm shocked. Robbie, no, tell me why are you? Think I've done something wrong, you know. I said, I'm in town at the office. The radio station, yes. Okay, I'm coming there. I'm coming there now. I'm coming there. Wait for me. So I'm scared, thinking I've done something. You know, she heard something about me. They can keep sweating, angry. You imagine that she saw that who's doing wrong? I go to the office and you can't train a job. The cheese I want in there. Then she tell me, say, I'm a kisser. I'm like, you know, kiss her? He said, yeah, they must have paid all my bread, please squeezing my do all kind of thing. I'm a kisser. Okay. I said, what you did? She said, wow, course I say, She's she get out of the office. I want to tell the chief. I said, no, don't go tell nobody. Forget it. And I was wrong. But again, so I started complaining for some political arrangement. You don't reach a certain place, because the chief going to complain the person. Like I said, you going to complain because they will black you or they could black you. Because you know whether the chief going to complain to, whether the chief know that the woman in the team. So when the chief said know that the woman in the team, then you go tell the chief. They say, the chief will tell phone and come. Mama, you gotta be here down there. One of the guys can hear the complaint now. but I'll handle it. But you gotta behave. You gotta know who to end out. These are realities. The high Liberia running, and not only Liberia. Everyone is now restricted to Liberia. The society, but Liberia is worse because it comes with illiteracy. So people get harassed on the job, the government job, but in private sector, I'm not saying people do not get harassed in private sector. Yes, it happens. It happens also in the private sector, but there is some level of independence in the private sector compared to government jobs. It is better in the private sector compared to government job. It's like you have no right when you are working in government. Like you get no right. One boss, my man, where you going? I'm the office. You say you going? Yeah, but you supposed to be office. The man, you say from 8 to 4 or 8 to 5. I'm the office 5:30. You not pay me overtime. 6 o'clock. You not pay me overtime. Then that man in the office doing well. The other man be doing class reload in your office before you go home. Then he said the special assistant will be waiting for him for 8 to 10. If you doing class reload, reload before he goes home. Then that person got a boyfriend or husband home, the boyfriend calling her complaining. Imagine your girlfriend is in her boss office up to 8 o'clock, 7, 8, 9 o'clock, and she's telling you, I'm still in office, and my boss say he in meeting, I shouldn't go. Because probably the woman may not even want to tell you, say, my boss man on radio. You're doing live radio show, so he says you wait. But it does not concern her, it's not work related. So we have to show that we are a serious people in this country. Listen to what Mama Briggs had to say, then we can talk. We can talk to our guests. We can take a few calls and talk to our guests. Listen to Mama Briggs. Listen to Mama Briggs. I want to play that beginning recording, but so they keep telling me not to play voice. I want to do voice over on the recording. You know, for plenty of reasons, I want to do voice over. Let me play one. I will not violate anything if I play the recording anyway.
I slept there on New Year's Eve. She cooked food in the morning. She served me breakfast. She made cooked food. Some of her friends came and joined us later. When we outside in our yard in front of the bush. I mean, in the yard in front of a bush. On New Year's Day.
When did you leave, or Charlotte resident?
I left Charlotte residence about 8 p.m. I didn't look at the time, but the way the day was, it was about 8 p.m.
So this is a conversation between the alleged rapist and some family friend or stuff. I'm told. This is a 12-minute video. I mean audio. 13 minutes, yeah, or 13 minutes, some seconds. I'm going to play that on Monday. I'm going to play this for recording. The man telling the man is having conversation about what happened on New Year Day. His account. Yeah? Yeah, man, talking straight, you know, the man sexy. So this is I should have removed this email. So let me play the other one from the day, boy. Let me just play one. Let me play one. When I hear the video here, I can have my video in certain places. Recent. Okay, let me play 50. Let me play one. So listen to this. Okay.
Actually, I said, well, give me your model number. He said, no, I give my model number. I give my grandmother number. The dollar number. The person. Also, the person said, oh.
So this recording I'm playing is eyewitness. People who rescued the child after he was messed up. So some guys who rescued him, so they gave him their account where they met him, the state they met him in, and everything. You know what happened? The met it didn't happen. Now the video here, so. Yeah. Is it?
Let him, yeah. So I don't know. So what I mean, you work here? Yeah. You work here? You work here? Construction people, right? Okay. Anyway, I'm running here. Thank you very much. It happened to everyone. Yeah. Thank you. We'll just doing it for tomorrow. In case of tomorrow. Because case when you start it, tomorrow we want to get everything. Where you from again? What have you? Thank you very much.
Yeah, so green fly in your room. You know what he's talking? So green fly in her room. You know what she's talking about? The ball, how messed up the ball is. How messed up the ball is. The flies around. There's so green fly in her room. That they mind the anti interaction when they carry the ball to the house. They mind the anti having conversation. Let me play the other one. The ball.
I said, "Boy, give me your model number." He said, "No, I give my model number. Give my grandmother number."
Hey man, for
let him, yeah. So I don't know. So what I You work here? Yeah.
no man, no. I can't play the recording. I have to do some editing. See, people calling their names on the radio. Those are people who have to testify, during the cases. And if you start calling their names on the radio, the government people will start looking for the people and identifying them and start, inducing them. So I can play the recording on the radio until we can edit it. Because people names, the guys who took the beginning, they are all potential witnesses, and their names are in a recording. And these men will start going to the people, looking for the people, start searching for them. Attempting to bribe them or cover all the kind of stuff, destroy evidence, and even their lives will be erased because people their lives are erased. Because if they refuse to even, compromise their knowledge of the case, they might get killed. They might get haunted and killed. So I apologize to you, but I can't play the recording on the radio like this because their names are in the recording. Those are potential witnesses, and I don't want them to risk them. So I will do the editing tomorrow, and then on Monday we'll remove some of their names or do some editing to cover all their names and all of that. But the boss account is there. I was trying to forward it and all of that, but no time. Let's take Jonathan, please bring in our young brothers. Let's take 5 calls while we adjust to talk to our young brothers from Cape Mount on their concerns. Education plus other issues in the county. 0776 104 104 0886 500 104. Those are the numbers to call. Let's talk some of the issues we mentioned on the show tonight. 0776 104 104 0886 500 104. The WhatsApp number is active on +231 886 500 104. Jonathan, I hope you're not sleeping. You have to bring in our guest. Let's move into our discussion tonight. Or if you guys are hearing me, you guys can just walk in. Just walk in. Let me pick okay, let's take a word. Let's take a few bars of the theme song to adjust.
My people, where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Whip your hands. Come on. I know y'all sleeping now. Y'all gotta wake up some more, yeah?
Okay, let's move in. It's good to have so I'm receiving messages from another person concerning the same rape issue. Is there another boy, another girl has been victimized again? I'm hearing in the rehab area around the president's around the president's residence. I'll call you after the show. We'll call you after the show. Let me just. All right. Okay. Okay. So I thought you guys were two.
Yeah, he's the president for.
Oh, he came from another chapter. Oh, okay. So they'll share the mic. Yeah, share the mic. Since I thought you guys were two. Yeah. So. Yeah. So just go closer, and we can just so we can set the camera and move. I kept announcing 2 persons. I thought there were 2. Okay. So we can. You're set? Okay, so we move. Okay. Oh, okay. Let me take this break.
The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough for time, but yeah, them stay they delay. People suffer, no work, but people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation. They poor, you got nothing to show, nothing. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that the question that we ask, they lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they can rob, they corrupt, and with their promises that led us to a lot of damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now you need they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why does you lie? Why does you steal? Why does you allow the citizens to be? You see, we just tell you that why we both tell you. But you fool us. You screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that the question that we ask, they lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie.
Okay, we are experiencing some problems with our camera here. Jonathan, how you have to come in here and look at this camera thing. But let's start the show since Tom is not our friend, and then we can move. Please check the camera for the guest. I'm not getting it through, and it's open from here, but I don't know why it's not going through. Yeah, telling me something else. Okay, Jamel Mark open. So telling me something else. I don't know. It's a little odd now. So I don't know. No. It's not working. So saying now, do it real quick. Gentlemen, welcome. Lawrence Gray, Fully Yan. Who's Lawrence Gray? You, Lawrence Gray. Okay, Mr. President.
Yes.
Mr. President, oh, be tete.
Stress.
I know. Please adjust the mic to you so the audience can hear you. Okay. Okay. So while the president is getting set fully, welcome. Radio at Tambo. We get
Thank you, Austin. And let me say a pleasant good evening to our listening audience, and a very big thank you to the Freedom FM family for the opportunity of holding us to add our concerns today or tonight.
Okay, sorry, I didn't get your own name. You came late. So, what's the name?
Well, I'm Mohammed Sidi Meska, president of Stella Maris Kamusa chapter.
Okay. Okay, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Hi, Stella Maris.
We are doing pretty well, and everything is on course.
Everything on course?
Well, probably everything on course, as usual.
Mr. President.
Yeah.
How are you? How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. Do not certify, but we
I like that.
Yeah, we just have to keep moving.
I like that. Yeah. So, where are we moving?
We are moving in the direction of the students, as usual. The interest of the students.
So share, open up to us. What's happening with Cape Mount University students? The other day, we're angry. We're talking something in the chat. I say, "Oh, minutes." You may want to go radical, but then no. Okay, we engage behind the scene.
Of course.
Well, it's good that you guys listen to us or to our interventions behind the scene, and I must publicly appreciate your maturity. That's what good student leadership is about, or should be about. I mean, we have to be radical, but in the middle of it, there should be room for negotiation. And I must publicly acknowledge that you guys were extremely mature doing the back doors negotiations, and that's why we are here tonight. So, where are we now?
Thank you.
So, we are still at the point of nowhere.
Nothing job here?
Absolutely, all of the interventions, stakeholder, backdoor conversation, there were, I can say 0, 0, 0. We still keep engaging, but it's still 0.
So historicize this whole scholarship thing. Let's know where it started from, what the agreements or agreements were or are, and what is the county authority saying to you.
So we first had to establish it's not a full-fledged scholarship, it is a financial aid.
Okay.
So the financial aid specifically came about during 2006.
1 minute. Financially, if you ask about county me being I will block you, I will delete your comment. Go ahead.
So basically, the financial aid came about in 2006 when the various students from Cape Town attending various universities used to separately send in communication to seek financial support from well-meaning Cape Towners. Yeah. So on this fateful day, all of them sent in communication to Councillor Shemo at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So while Councillor Shemo, they know the man is legal manners, so the man invited all of the chapters separately to his office on the same time. Then they were not chapters; they were just students from Stella Maris, UMU. They used to write Councillor Shemo for financial aid to go to school.
Okay.
So on that fateful day, the man, all of the communications that came in, the man invited all of these student leaders who sent in the communication. He told them, he said, "Gentlemen, there is a good endeavor, but individually we might not continue supporting the process individually because there can be resources can come and at time you can get it. So what I would advise is that you people go about and formulate an umbrella institution that will represent you. Then thereafter we can at least engage county authority to start giving you resources to go to school." It was from that backdrop that in 2006, August 17, Kamusu came into existence with the 6 funding institutions, including not limited to UAL, Stella Maris, Cottington, Zion, AMEU, and the rest of institutions. And we also, included SMART in 2023.
Okay.
As a members union.
Okay.
As an associate member rather. So it is how the scholarship came into being. And then over the time, the county been living up to commitment. Yeah, but now student process, sometimes they want student will go put their effort before you can get
everything part of the struggle.
Everything part of the struggle.
Yeah.
So in October of last year, our leadership, the county had a sitting. It's not open sitting, it's getting like usual. It's not, so the Namen Council met in Robertsport. Fortunately for all, they sent our communication to present our cash plan and financial, our cash plan and plan of action for the year under review. So we presented the documents and then it was reviewed. Unfortunately, for we had 16,000 in the budget from the county. And our argument was, but this 16,000 can even be consumed by UMU alone. So how we look at over thousands of students getting 16,000, which is very infinitesimal to the membership base that we have, that we currently have. So we argue, and then the county said, but there is no money, so we gave you 26,000. So on that basis, it was resolute in the October resolution that the student will receive 26,000 for financial aid. But we're interesting to know that since that time up to today's date, we are yet to get that 26,000, and we got aggravated and issue a statement threatening the Bon County and Cape Town game. But like you said, there were backdoor conversation. All the stakeholders and well-meaning citizens came in and said, gentlemen, at this stage, we can do this. Why we did that? Because the county said that was the priority at that time, county meet. So our argument was, so county meet, yeah, it's uneven and everybody near this time, but putting county meet and education at the same level is something, it is injustice to us. Then the most frustrating thing they did was that sideline education when they prioritize city hall renovation or education. Where on earth you can see people will prioritize city hall renovation in this more than 24?
That's the portion of the statement that was really funny to me.
Of course. So interesting to know the county gave city hall 35,000 for renovation when you only you only needed to get a student 26,000. Because the money came in bits and pieces on this administration this year. They gave the first 100,000 and they used 60,000 they said for steering committee. Then they were left with 40,000. Our argument was, where is the remaining 40,000? They said we use 35,000 for city hall renovation over education. And before the money could come, we have series of conversations along the line. Because we don't have control over registration of various schools and our students are languishing. So our argument was, where on earth you prioritize city hall renovation over education? That has been our debate. And that one slide, and then in January, the remaining portion of the 180,000 allocated to the county by the government came in January. But we again engaged them. And it was interesting to know that again, the same county meeting when they get 15,000. All of the 80,000 again. Where's the remaining money to give the student 26,000? They are yet to provide the money that we issued a statement for, and we did not beg them. It was resoluted.
So have they called you? Have you held any conversation with them since the statement was issued, and then there was a negotiation, and then there were interventions from other folks from the county? Have you had the opportunity to sit with the county leadership to get an assurance or a word from them?
No, I have not getting a communication from the county leader to say, oh, gentlemen, you come, let's sit and talk. What we have done is that as president, I've made it my duty to reach out to them through that very mobile phone to have conversation. But the county leadership up to this time with the kind of crucial thing, nobody from the county leadership has placed call to us. Gentlemen, what is the issue? You come, let's sit. And they know the issue. Gentlemen, you come, let's sit and handle this situation. I've made it my duty to see how best I can get them so we can talk. But the county leadership have not gotten our attention and they have not addressed our issue.
What's about the caucus?
We have reached to the official of the caucus, the chairman of the caucus, and other officials of the counties, more especially the legislators, and we are still not getting redressed. They continue to tell gentlemen will intervene. Gentlemen will intervene. And we're interested to know the intervention has not been made up to today's date.
But do you have any maybe the documentation from the schools or the students who are supposed to benefit from those financial assistance? What are they? Are they in school, in fact?
No, they are not in school. The scholarship chair have these students complain. They are not in school.
Okay, let me talk to the scholarship chair, because I think he does all of the documentation about scholarship or financial aid and stuff. How many students are we talking about?
We're talking about roughly 1,500 plus, approximately. Although we have not gotten the full list, but approximately 1,500.
How do you arrive?
The various
how do you arrive at that number?
The various chapter presidents sent in their list with students that attend their meeting based on their membership log.
Okay, so the students are giving us the aid on the basis of your probably your activeness with the chapters, different chapters.
Yeah.
But you want to share the measures with us, like from the different universities? They know how many person talking about.
Well, I will not be exact because everybody are not yet submitted theirs. And you know, the only time you will see this thing taking effect when resources are around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have to be strategic. And you can't submit listing and be sitting waiting for money to come. You have to go to school.
By the time the student get to the student leaders get to understand that they can't have made some money available. Trust me. You send for your list today, say tonight before 6 in the morning, you already get a list.
So 1,200 students.
Plus. UL alone is about almost 500 to 600. Just UL. Bulk of Cape Town students are in UL.
Yeah, 1 million. What is the million can pay your school fee? We're talking school, but I ain't talking about UL. Yeah,
but that's school.
But UL got free school.
So no, but that's free school. But the guy, I think the high tuition there is 5,000.
So the UL list, the UL chapter, that how many students?
Like the scholarship chair said, the UL list, we have over 500 students.
500 students. What's the total cost? The estimated cost for the students in UL?
The most is $3,050.
To cover all of them?
No. We're talking about for individual. The highest college that is there is the engineering college and science college, $3,050. So it means that when it comes to over 500 students, you will talk close to 3,000 to 4,000.
US?
Yeah, US. Now they want it.
I said, why are you laughing? This thing is actually serious.
It's serious. We are having a conversation. Now, radio, our regular radio interview we're doing that. Family conversation we're having yesterday. We're having a conversation on the radio. Because I know there are people, I know who are listening from Cape Man. Okay, so we're having a family conversation, but on the radio about Cape Man. Now, I'm asking for you, if UL is around $4,000 as cheap as UL is, then what's about AMU and Cottington and Stella Maria, where you come from?
Where we pay $25 per credit.
Okay.
UMU, the RCT department pay $35 per credit.
Yeah, sure.
So you see, we have students in all of these departments. We have Cottington, $30 per credit.
Yeah.
And at most for them, we give them 30 slots.
Okay.
Because
the tuition is high.
Yeah.
So you should be able to set a bar for those schools that pay $17 per credit.
That's why we normally give more to UL because of the less tuition. We normally give them more.
But if you get most loans because the cost is low, it's around 4,000. I mean, we should be talking around $8,000 to $9,000 and Cottington and AMU.
Of course, that's why the budget we submitted was $45,000.
Okay, and they pay some.
They didn't get rack.
But the cost for the 5 to 25
to 26,000,
and you agreed.
That was resoluted. No, we cannot. We did not agree willingly.
No, the fact that it was resoluted, it means that consensus was reached. It was a compromise.
Let's first establish how the resolution come about.
It's that resolution.
Yeah, let's first agree on that. Because if you say it means that consensus we agreed, it was imposed.
Okay, the imposing on you.
It was imposed.
Okay, no problem. So that's what we're talking. The imposed 26K. That's what we're running.
Yeah.
Okay, so
use that word, I like that.
Okay, they imposed 26K. Say again, Gary.
They can say Gary. The money can come. We engage. In fact, one thing I've realized from the county authority.
That's a huge number. 1,000. One
thing I realized I've seen from the county authority, they seems to be very adamant in making sure that the students should not benefit this time around. That's what I realized.
You think they just don't want to comply?
I'm very sure. Because, for instance, Austin, imagine when a student, you that served as student before, a student come out and release a statement threatening the national content team not to go for a specific game. If these guys were serious to actually adhere to the student request, that same day the person would have been called by the superintendent or the fiscal superintendent. But none of these guys called the president. the first person that called the president, it was the steering committee chair, because he had a game at heart. He wanted the result.
Yeah, we all had it. We all wanted the result.
More than even the superintendent, because that was just a test. That communication, it was just a test to test the ability of the administrative council, to test the ability to know the level of law they have for the county. But it proved to us that even we caused the team not to play that day, it will cause them no harm, because that a single telephone call need a text message from them.
Yeah, so one thing that at least some of us intervene behind the scene, even though the county leadership refused to, or I don't want to use the word refuse, probably they were slow to intervene.
They refused.
I know, probably they were slow to intervene. I don't want to say they refused. But I'm shocked that the caucus has not been, according to you, has not made any intervention, has not convened any meeting with you to talk about it. Or not even a member from the caucus has communicated with all of you?
A member of the caucus that have communicated with me. When the issue was arising, I reached out to the Senator Daba, and she told me, gentlemen, we will meet next week. Today is Thursday. Not a single individual from the caucus have met us.
Let's see tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow they will reach out to you. So let's talk to Stella Maris. Because the first thing I know, Stella Maris does not compromise 1 hour. In fact, 1 minute after her deadline for tuition, there is so how have you been managing with the pressure that comes from your colleagues there? How are you managing it?
Anyway, thank you for this platform. I just want to respond to your question when you asked me how is everything at the school.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm meeting everything is okay at the level of the school, but at the level of the association, Kamusa, I'm under serious pressure. Most especially when I sit on our campus and say, I aim from the brain basket of knowledge.
I know, right?
My county, Cape Man, is a cradle of education in the Republic of Liberia. It reminds me of this scientist, one car sagging from America, that says, and I quote, that any nation that is afraid to educate the students is afraid to face the future. Why Cape Man? So I just want to make an analysis on this resolution that was passed.
Mm-hmm.
In the resolution, Cape Man passed a $956,666 budget that was approved by national government that Cape Man should work in. And in that $956,666, Kamuzu should only receive $26,000. In the 26,000, when you are looking at the percent, it is a decimal 2.7%. And you directly, Kamuzu is here to defend the name that have been made by the lair of Dr. H. Boyman family, Vani Botonabi Sheme. Then you look at sport. Sport requested 100,000. And the 100,000, if you go to the percent, they are requesting 10.4% of that money. And you look at the county prioritizing sport or education or health and other activities. A festival, I can say a 2-week festival. Yesterday in Grand Basso, if Cape Man was going to receive a defeat, the entire 100,000 story was going to end in dialogue. But the county steering committee was going to receive that money and do whatever they choose to do with it. But you just allotted, you decided to give only authority 26,000 to struggling students who want to defend the name that have been made by the county and you drain them around. It is sensitive enough because this money is time sensitive. The my institution are coming from, if you can pay 80% of your fee, where will pay the least? Like for me in the engineering college, per semester, I pay $700. The least if I say I'm carrying 17 or 16 credit. And this is not even a scholarship, but financial aid, where probably I only receive $200 US or maybe $150. And you decide to delay the money because you want also enjoy our art room. We say we'll get love for sport. Then frustrating me, I see you giving $35,000 to renovate City Hall. In the past resolution that was in the dark, you resoluted money over $35,000 to the City Hall. As a stay, you go to the City Hall, it is still the same.
The 900,000 you talk about, budget you talk about, it's obviously for last budget year.
Yeah, fiscal 2025.
And the last budget year has elapsed, so it means technically Kipma is not supposed to give, it's not supposed to receive any money from the budget.
Has a social and development fund. And the development fund, according to the county local leadership, the money Cape Town should have received 180,000, which they have just received.
Okay.
So the balance of the money, the county local leadership know that it will take time to come. So what we expected them to do, as they are there to, I think, enforce the arrest agenda for inclusive development, under the arrest agenda, education is spelled out clearly. I don't see anything that's put in the entire arrest agenda.
I mean, y'all can't be really bad.
No, I just want us to be honest to the
No, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
When you email education today, when we call you,
it can't be honor reconciliation.
Okay, honor reconciliation. We accept that. Honor reconciliation. Yeah. But then serious minded institutions. I can remember when we appeared on Bush Road, we were asked why would someone start our decision. My brother Austin, Kamuzu is a conscious minded and traditional institution. Sometimes we want to take decision with listening. But I think we need to change the narrative. At times, we have to be very radical and brutal.
And consistent.
To
ensure you get results before you stop.
And we take all of the revolutionary paths because we are prepared to sacrifice in the interest of the students.
Who sent me the? I think let me see where I can get the county. You sent me the county. Somebody sent me the county financial officer number or stuff.
Yeah, I sent it to you.
I don't know what I can trace it.
I sent it to you.
WhatsApp you sent to me, huh?
Check both WhatsApp and.
Yeah, let me see what I can talk to him. But now, Mr. Chairman, you were the head of scholarship. In the case where the county say my medicine, gentlemen, we don't have the $26,000 to give to you guys, but we can do 40%, or we can do 50%. You manage and work within the 50% to call this the current semester.
New portion.
That's what I'm saying. So in the case where the county say,
we don't even want that case.
So you can settle for nothing less than the 26.
No, the 26
I really collecting money to money for you 26. I'm gonna pay there.
We asked for 45,000, and you went to your resolution. You imposed on the 6,000 on us, which you accepted because we now have voice in the county setting. We are only observers. You impose that on us, then you tell us again to narrow or cut down the 26,000 to 40%.
I try to get Andrew. I hope I can get Andrew. I've been serving prior notice. I hope I can get Andrew to talk to him tonight. The way is maybe I hope he's not in the county and there's no network. Let me see.
If Andrew understands that we are on the radio and he sees your call, trust me, he will not answer you.
The superintendent are public official. Give me a number. You tell the superintendent directly.
Answer. So check.
Huh? Okay. Let me see. Yeah, I don't have the Supreme.
So, Austin,
You get it.
Yeah.
You get it.
honestly, the present county local leadership, I see that they have no interest in education.
No, we can understand that part, but we can conclude that they have no interest for now.
You can
Probably they are constrained to financially, and maybe they are struggling to find a way to say it to you.
Mathematically, mathematically,
Yeah.
the country received 180,000. They allotted 60,000 to sport, 35,000 to city hall. You still have significant amount to allot to students. That will not cripple any institution.
But they can't be additional contribution to the team.
If even the country allotted additional 40,000.
Austin.
Okay. Then the question you ask is the scholarship committee chair. If the country had interest, even 0.001% interest in this particular struggle, at least you will call the president and say, "Mama, you come for 5,000, you come for 6,000."
That's what we're saying. At least there has to be a space created to talk to you.
So I just
you
want
guys.
to establish that fact that they do not have any interest in education.
Let me tell you one of the
Because
reasons.
if they are on that path, I don't think we'll be going this route, going to radio station and having other engagements.
Austin, let me tell you one of the reasons why I said these guys don't have interest in education. I want to support my brother 100%. Look at the resolution. The money that was resoluted in Ottawa. You're looking at commissioner compound, like you have allotted money more than 3-4 times. You elected 96,000 to renovate commissioner compound.
Okay,
a building that's already there that the commissioner is living in. You allotted 96,000 just to renovate it. Then you allotted 56,000 to the student group. The Federation that bring you Cape Man chapter that fly also in a national budget that national government pay. They give you money to. You allotted 56,000 to them. You allotted 100,000 to the sporting committee, the steering committee. Then you took net 26,000 to the student community for education. Are you joking? You serious? In fact, the guys put 16,000 at first. Because of the faces, the resilience.
Which document are you referring to?
I'm talking about the current resolution. The resolution.
You have to. I need a copy of that resolution.
We'll send it to you.
Yeah, please.
We'll send it to you.
That resolution.
96,000.
I think I can share with you.
Yeah,
now.
please. You might got my WhatsApp number.
No.
They didn't give me WhatsApp number.
Austin. So the guys had no interest in education.
But that other one you're talking, that one you're talking, it's sounding like an imagination.
Thank you.
Yeah, 96,000 now for
96,000 United States. I'm not saying LeBron dollar.
Yeah,
LeBron people just listen. That's LeBron dollar.
So
to renovate the commission compound, and when you go there, you will still see the fire last slinter. Not a molly slinter there. You will still see the 150 light bulb. Why you allotting such a money? Only for these guys. And one thing that creeped me, it really creeped my body at time. When they do this allotment, when the money is available, when you go for the money, then they tell you we want 10%, we want 5%.
Oh man, you thought, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we're talking.
Megan thought, oh.
Megan thought, oh. So I tell
you want to, oh yeah. The mirror will explode. Mr. President, what you want to say? Oh yeah, sorry. We got the wrong chair. Yeah, sorry. I mistaken, brought the wrong chair in the studio, man. You want to come in?
So, like my colleague have been saying, so your analysis have been there. Maybe there's no money. I don't even want you to accept such analysis because you know that money came.
Well,
you know that 180,000 came.
Yes, I'm aware.
You're aware.
Mm-hmm.
So do your mathematics. If you get sports steering committee 60,000, you get a city hall renovation 35,000. So it means all of the money vanish, or there's no money left.
But there are other priorities in the country. Too.
Have not touched any priority
over education.
I've had numerous conversations and I've interacted with them. The country continue to inform me then that a priority now or can't meet.
Okay.
There's nothing they could do because counted me was the most pressing thing. So I can say a year then and anywhere
So
challenge.
the county meet is almost over. We have the girls team. So obviously the financial burden has reduced.
So it means that so tentatively, so the county is telling all our investors over 160,000 plus.
No, there will be report. Let's wait for the report. Let's go and ask the money. There will be report.
So that's my analysis I'm making, right? So absolutely, there should be way forward. We know the money came in bits and pieces. The 400,000 came. Oh, gentlemen, with what we expected did not come because the social development fund can take time to come.
Sure.
So all had not come. So let's come at this stage. We give you 15 or 20, and then we reserve. We wait for the. Everybody's a reasonable person, but to have look at all and say our priority is this, and you could not even get counted me 100,000, you getting 60 because there was no money. Why you could not look out to give us 70% of our money? In fact, that was the least allotment among the priorities that you have. 26,000.
We have like 6 minutes to go, so I want to take a few calls from, especially those who are from the county, and I think we want to talk to students themselves from the different universities. So your leaders are here, and I think I can take 6 calls or 5 around that. And then we can go home. 0776 104 104 0886 500 104. Those are the numbers you can call to participate on the show. Good evening to you. Let's hear you.
Hello, good evening.
Please go ahead with your point, Chief.
My name is George M. Freeman. I'm the chairperson on mobilizations and recruitment. Cape Mount University Student Union. I'm a student of the University of Nigeria where I read program.
Yeah, go straight ahead with your point. Let me your point quick. We're not getting enough time, please.
So the president, the chairperson of scholarship and president, Messenger has said it all. We don't want to drag into the history of Cape Mount being a great bachelor of education. We are in the sessions to do the needful. We don't want to be on radio stations. We are law abiding people, Cape Martinians are respectful people. So that's what you did in recent time, us in talking, and then we went in our meetings to the people. Some of the people that talk to us, we want us to do this to the county because you'll be at the national level, we can bring them to that path. So we are telling you to talk to any other person. This is a law that you must do it.
I will do it, Chief. Thank you. I will do it. The man is instructing me to do it. I will do it. Trust me. Good evening to you. Let's hear you. Myself will reach out to Andrew the more and see you.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah,
my name is Ibrahim Mwana Zudwa, and I was from Clarendon, and also I'm a student from the EMU Zion University. Currently, I should say, I'm contesting for the presidency of the EMU Zion. So I want to say thanks to our colleagues that have been over, and for the county. We don't want to give more shortcut than this that we are doing because we are students, and we hope that we can adhere to our cause. Because they should not take us for granted. We are struggling not because we want to capacitate ourselves, but also we are struggling in the name of the county. And for one side, I listen to my comments from Stella Marie Polytechnic. He says that for every time here, student names, for every time we record our history in terms of education, to be from for the late Bodonavi Sherman, that of Ishbona somewhere. So education has made enough stuff for we that from Cape Mount County, and those of our people that are currently working in high government positions because of their education. So while we are fighting for this country, also we are fighting for our personal, education statuses.
Which is fair enough.
We are hoping and praying that this country can adhere to our cause and stop playing us. Because for me, my mathematics, just can't do anything. I just pass it around that campus. So it's not easy for us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We can continue with the call. Yes, I think we have to go around the table. Young colleagues. Yes, so let's begin with from Stella Maris. What is the name again? Mohammed, eh?
I'm Mohammed Sidi.
Yeah,
Yes,
Mohammed.
guy.
The Rabba sport ball.
The Pogba ball. So
Let's hear you.
So I'm deeply frustrated in Cape Mount. They are not treating the society right. So they should be reminded that we are not sleeping, and we promise them that if they cannot act now on our request, we will resist them. This is a caveat to the local leadership that we are about to resist anything coming from them. I think President Bouaka is about time that he wake up from his sleeping bed and put their feet to fire to put.
But the president get nothing to do with all of
The president gets on it.
You get representative, senator.
The president appointed him. He works.
I got lawmakers.
According to
the president.
The reason why I'm dragging the president is because of the numerous conversations we have with the president.
They are complaining them. They are complaining to the president.
So
that is unofficial now. So that was one idea. You have your own daughter wearing the president's office. So if you have an issue with the superintendent for non-compliance with your educational thing, and you want to get the president involved, you can call his attention to it through an official communication.
Austin, there is a reason why I dragged the president into this. The physical tour clearly that he is not intimidated. He worked at the will and pleasure of only the president.
They're complaining to the president.
It's only so you said
and ask for his intervention.
Now you said
then you wait and see whether he will not when he intervene and then all join on now to be on him too. Because I mean he consent to what they to their delinquents.
Anyway, for the sake of
or their non-compliance.
Anyway, for the sake of time.
Anyway, we thought all behind the scene.
Thank you for the platform.
This is the first stage.
The first stage.
This is the first stage. This is the first stage of our
the first stage of your press video.
That a part of the first stage, diplomacy.
Okay, different components in the first stage.
Yeah, this is the first stage with different components.
Okay.
The second stage, we're not going to be diplomat. We're going to remove all of our diplomatic garments. Oh. We're going to go radical. In fact, beginning next week, Andrew here will be 10 upside down on Facebook. We're going to be clear with Andrew. When we leave this platform, I will share with you a recording that Andrew was speaking with leader of Kamuzu very arrogantly. Andrew is one of the problems to that county and to the leadership. I'm very clear. For me, he doesn't like my business. I care less because he's not feeding me. But we need to be clear with Andrew. The position given to you, you are now a financial student. You never read anything about economics, neither accounting. You did political science. But the president misplaced you. Because of that misplacement, you want to abuse it. We will not tolerate that from Andrew. I'm very clear. And this is why I told my president, I said, when I'm on the radio, I'm clear with Andrew. The president must act. So the brother is telling the right thing. The president will act on Andrew. So we're going to go beginning next week. Trust us. If the county authority can adhere to our request, our students will not continue embarrassing us. We see the language around our various campuses, not going to school while their friends are doing their registration. Then you think we sit and look at one Andrew to narrow our effort? It will not be possible. We'll go for Andrew. We'll lock door on Andrew. We'll quarantine Andrew. Andrew will provide the money. Thank you.
We'll quarantine Andrew. Mr. President.
Yes, so let me once again say thank you for inviting us to this cozy studio. Our quest remains the quest of the students, and we remain very unapologetic of our stance. For those, I think you are in all of the chat room, those that were branding all as being destructive, anti-developmental, whatsoever, we want to tell them that they have their own side of enjoyment, that is football. They have enjoyed their football because they said they will not want a distraction whatsoever. We have our own role to be playing. We are students, leader, and we are under serious pressure from our various comrades from various universities. We want to say this. The county must do the needful by providing the allotment allocated to the student. They resoluted it. We were not the one we presented for the 5,000. Told us, gentlemen, we get 26,000. We can go above that, we can go below that. So if we get it 26,000, they do not want to provide it with no justifiable reasons. The only reason they said was put, and that is not a justifiable reason to deny the student, but they justify giving City Hall renovation a first priority and sport over education. We want to say, beginning forward with our actions, we have done the press statement, we have done the backdoor negotiation, we are on the radio, at least, and I think the public are getting our information resonated. Our next action will be unspecified and will be very unapologetic, and whatsoever circumstances or consequences that will come, we are prepared for the consequences, but our action will speak in the interest of the student and remain unapologetic. So I say the students of Cape Man, remain patient and focused. We are engaging and we will never ever abandon your condition because you entrusted us with power and will ensure your needs are met adequately and appropriately. Thank you and goodbye. Next time, my voice will be another action taken. Thank you.
Adjustment, we will always call you here to speak to issues that concern the students, the well-being, the welfare of the students. Among us who believe that education or access to education should be non-negotiable. There should be no compromise in the drive to gain access or students access to education. It builds the generation, the younger generation. That's how we create wealth, reduce poverty, and enhance growth. If we want to attain that, obviously we have to invest in the younger generation. Thanks to all of you for following the show tonight. I'm taking my week's break. I'll be back here on Monday to continue the engagements. Until we see you on Monday, do have yourselves pleasant moments in your respective areas. My name is Austin. Bye-bye.